Today I'm going to show you the next 100x crypto. I'm just kidding. That's what everyone says. It's kind of clickbaity, to be honest with you. But I'm going to show you exactly the step-by-step process of how you can find the next crypto that's going to explode, probably like, 5 to 10x. So let me tell you about this platform, Artemis Terminal. So this one is much better than DeFi Llama. Let me explain why. I'm going to go over this platform first and show you what it is capable of, and then we can go over how you can find a good crypto from Artemis Terminal. So Artemis Terminal here, click on overview. First, click on the homepage. I'm going to go over this platform first, and then I'm going to show you exactly how to use this report, okay? I'm sorry, this platform. The first one is market cap. It's going to show you, what the market cap is doing today in 24 hours. And then you have the number of active addresses, and then you have the transactions. You can actually click on it and view in detail. And here it shows the market performance, and see, it compares Bitcoin, Ethereum, Nasdaq, SPY, and gold. And coming down, you have different categories that are trending. Here you have sex, infrastructure, meme coins, all of these that are trending. And then you have trending applications like Coinbase, Social, Camino, all of these, and trending contracts are going to be shown here. And if you scroll down a little bit, you can see the fundamental metrics performance. Stablecoins are transfer volume is increasing, and then you have blockchain daily active addresses are increasing, and then you have stablecoin market cap, the devs, all of these information are shown on the first page. And then you have sectors, and it shows you which one is doing better than the other. If you see here, you have trading volume is really high on Avo, and you have Apex, Avantis, Bluefin, Drift Protocol, DYDX, and all of these exchanges. Perpetuals have good volume, and then you can click on other sectors like bridge volume, which bridge is doing better, Across is doing better, Arbitrum is doing better, Avalanche is doing better. And then you click on DEX, and here you have Curve, FXS, and all of these are doing good. And then you have lending, Aave is doing good, and the liquid staking, again you have FXX, Lido, or whatever it is, and then data availability, and you have Celestia. And I'll click on Deepin. You have Akash Network. So all of these information can be found here in different sectors. And then click on stablecoins. You can see the transfer volume, number of transfers, supply, active addresses, etc. can be found here. And then flows, it shows you like where the money is going into. Here right now it is Arbitrum. So looking at this data, all you need to observe is that Arbitrum is doing much better than ZK Sankara, Base, and this is where the maximum money is inflowing, like going into. Okay, Arbitrum is doing better than others, right? So you have to research more into Arbitrum. And then developer activity, this is not a great measure to find a great token, but overall, if you go to 6 months, the developer activity should be increasing overall. You cannot find out with 1 month or 3 months, etc. You wouldn't get a proper figure, but if it is increasing over time, it is a good token. How well it is able to attract developers to start using it. Like, how is it incentivizing the developers is one measure to find out a best crypto. And then you can compare the chains. You can compare all these chains. You can even add, click on it and add any other chain that you want to, if you want to compare it to Base, Blast, all these can be added. You can add Optimism, Polkadot, all these can be added, and it's going to give you, all these are not doing so well. That's why they are down. And Near has good active addresses, and that's the reason it is not coming down at all. And then you have whatever is in green is in Solana, and the purple one is Polygon. Okay, Polygon never pumped for the past several months. In the last cycle from 16 to 75k, Polygon only went up by 100%. So that's why I think Polygon has potential. Okay, so this base had a spike out of nowhere on March was the peak, so because of that, base had a spike. And then you have daily transactions. Okay, the daily transactions are pretty high on this one is Sui. Okay, Sui, you have to keep track of it, because look at the daily transactions going up out of nowhere, right? So you should have Sui on your radar. And then remember I said, like, it was holding up better than anything else. That this is the reason, okay? And then you have the trading volume. The trading volume is good for Ethereum, obviously, and then you have Solana. The rest are kind of shitty, okay? And then you have fees. The fees should be low. And then you have market cap, you have price, you have revenue, TVL. The TVL is good on Ethereum and Solana. That's what is locked up, right? And here you have all of those details. Like, if you want to put a filter on it and sort it, you can do it here. And chain activity monitor. I told you, like, there are two chains that you had to look into. One was Arbitrum with good volume, and then another one was Sui with active transactions. Okay, so in order to look into what is causing this, let's look up Sui and see what is going on with Sui. And click on, okay, the gaming on Sui is actually doing really good. So click on it, and as you can see, so this gaming sector in Sui did really well last night. So now you're gonna go to Sui ecosystem and check, go to the categories on CoinMarketCap or CoinGecko. It doesn't really matter. You should just get onto one of these and search up Sui. It's not here. Or you can go for in a AI and ask. So you have different articles from here. You can click on those. See, these are the games in Sui ecosystem. So you have Cosmocadia, Space Mavericks, and you have Run Legends and Panzer Dogs. These are the good games. I don't invest in individual games because sometimes it's risky. I usually invest in the ecosystems or the infrastructure projects when it comes to gaming. So, but these are some things that you need to be aware of. And this one tells you how to go over the Sui ecosystem. So as you can see, there are 85 projects listed in the Sui ecosystem. You have DeFi, gaming, NFTs, and other utility applications, etc. And if you go down, all of these projects are under Sui. And here you have the developers are also deploying decentralized games on Sui blockchain. Some notable GameFi projects on the network include Sui 8192, and this looks like an NFT. On-chain, extra challenging version of the popular 2048 game built on Sui blockchain by Ethos. And then you have Meta World and Bridges. This is a different thing, but when it comes to gaming, these are the two that I could see right now. So here, if you want to invest in Sui 8192, click on it. You need to just go and figure out what is, how to find and how to invest in this token. Okay, so that's how you find tokens from here. Now let's look up Arbitrum, okay? Chain activity monitor. And go and look up Arbitrum. And here you have the infrastructure on Arbitrum is doing really well. And then you have the Sexus social wallet transfer, stablecoin, all these are doing really well under infrastructure, okay? Just clicking on it. And if you go to Arbitrum, you can see these are the projects that actually went up really well. So here you have Genosis and Multicall, Reservoir, Tornado Cash, Project Galaxy, etc. You can go one by one and find out their charts, and you can go to CoinGecko, for example. Like if you want to look up Multicall and you want to know what it is, just type in Multicall. I don't know if that is the same thing. Just a second. It doesn't look like a token now. Let's try Genosis, okay? And you click on that, and if you want to know where to find it, you can click on the markets, and you know where they are listed. And what you do next is you go to the chart and find out the prospects, like, you click on it, go to the daily time frame, and see how the chart is. Right now it looks a little bit overextended. When it comes down a little bit, how far can it go? You pull out a fib from the bottom to the top, and if it comes here to the optimal trade entry, like how far can it go? It can go to 50%, like minimum, right? So then you look at the other data, like you can look at market cap. The market cap is 797,422. That is pretty low. Now you find out the competitors. What am I even doing? So here you have, gotta be specific, eh? So now click on it and find out. These are the competitors of Gnosis. So Synthetix, you have Dash. These are some known cryptos, right? Synthetix and Dash. Now let's go to the market cap of and type in and then Dashcoin. Okay. So now if you compare, this one with this one, if the market cap has to go from this to this, it's just gonna go 0.42x. That is not what we're looking for. So you don't consider that. You should go and try something else. And you should also look at the other factors, like, how is the tokenomics, like how is the emission like, and all those details should be delved deeper into before investing in it. So just because someone says Gnosis, GNO is the next big thing, you cannot just go and get into it. You have to do all of these research before you actually get into it, okay? And again, coming back to this, now we're clicking on Sui, and here you have the infrastructure that are doing well. Here you have Miston Labs, BitTorrent. Sorry, that's on Tron. Miston Labs. Now let's find out what Miston Labs is. So Miston Labs is who is building Sui. So we can just go and find out the gaming projects in Sui instead of going through the contract addresses, which is, if you click on Sui, we saw that the gaming projects was causing the pumps. So that's how you find out the best projects and the best category in each one. And then you have the gas tracker. The gas fees should be really low. Okay. If you see, there is a metric on DeFi Llama which can you compare the gas with the revenue and see which one is doing better. Here it's just going to show you if the gas going down or up. Gas fees should be really low, and then you can build a dashboard and chart builder. So basically you can check the activity, and if you go to the overview and see the daily transaction, you'd be able to tell which chain is going to do better. For example, if you saw Near was having spike, and because of that the daily active addresses were high, and because of that the Near never dipped compared to other tokens. And again, Sui held up pretty well, and it was pumping yesterday because Sui had some transaction volume here in this one. So it is important to check Artemis Terminal time to time to find out which chain is doing better. And if you want to delve deeper into one chain and find out which particular category is doing well. And then you have DeFi Llama. In DeFi Llama, you have a TVL that you can check. Okay, so here you have the TVL. The TVL is pretty good for Lido, and then you have Maker, Aave. All of these have high TVL. But even though they have good TVL, what you need to notice is the fee compared to the revenue. The fee is so high for Ethereum, obviously, and for Lido it is 18.21. But the revenue compared to the fee is not. It does not make sense at all. If you can compare it to 7 days, like fee 7 days 18.2 million, and the revenue is 1.8 million. That does not make sense at all, right? So that's the reason you wouldn't choose Lido over others. Lido is still a coin with good TVL, but the fees should be low, but the revenue should be increasing. Okay, that is what you should be looking into. And you have a bunch of other things in DeFi Llama. I think I should do that in another session, because DeFi Llama has a lot of features which you can use to delve deeper into some tokens, or you can find the next best category or the next best token on DeFi Llama. Right now, I just wanted to go over Artemis and finish this session. In the next session, we can talk about DeFi Llama and we can go over the other guides and tokenomics, etc. I hope it is clear, and I'll see you soon. Thank you. Bye. Also, hang on a second. If you find a project here on Artemis, you can also go to the X and see their activity online. That also determines how well a project can perform, right? So if they have good social media presence and if they're shelling out a lot of cash on marketing, they would eventually do well. Okay, so yeah, that we wanted to stress that point too. Thank you. Good night.